Hello and welcome to City Edition, the City of Bend's video news magazine. I'm Justin Feinstone. City staff is working to complete Bend's Urban Growth Boundary, or UGB. Here's an update on what needs to be done to finish the process.
Last fall, the state issued what's called a remand order to the city on our urban growth boundary expansion.
Having received that final order, we now know what we have to do going forward in order to adopt a UGB that will satisfy state law.
Well, the city needs to go back and clarify, refine, and reconsider some elements of our UGB expansion.
Where we had different interpretations of state land use laws and what might be best for the city of Bend in how it grows.
They believe that the original adopted expanded urban growth boundary was somewhat too large, and also that in some places wrong properties were brought into the urban growth boundary.
One of the things the state also said in the remand is, we don't think you've justified all the locations you've brought in, but we're willing to take a look at that again once you've redrawn your boundary.
We don't know what the final product will look like today, but it will definitely be smaller than any of the previous 6 alternatives that we looked at. We do know that.
Well, it helps us to have the final remand order because now we have certainty about what we need to do in order to achieve full compliance with state law.
And there were a number of areas where the city and the state debated as to what the law required. On some points, the state agreed with us. On some points, they didn't.
The state now realizes that Bend is unique. It's not like Beaverton or Hillsborough or Portland. We have our own set of circumstances, and they recognize that now.
I think the citizens will be satisfied once the UGB expansion is completed and it's finally adopted, and that we've got a much better working relationship with the state now as a result of the work we've done on the UGB expansion.
Starting in March of this year, we'll be working with a subcommittee that was appointed by the City Council, includes several council members as well as 2 Planning Commission members, to work through each of the remand issues one by one.
And we'll meet periodically to look at the staff work we're completing, to address the remand order, and to get input and guidance.
But our primary concern is with what's best for Bend. What will work for Bend to meet its needs over the next 20 years?
And we hope to engage citizens in this process over the next 18 months.
So that we ultimately achieve something that satisfies state law, but also works for Bend.
There's still a lot of work to be done, but hopefully our revised product will be something that the citizens of Bend and the state and the city government can all be proud of.